Hi there. Today is June 21st, 2020. We're down in San Pedro at the Friendship Park, going to fly the mini Trainstar by Volantex. What it is a very interesting plane because it's in 3 stages. What I mean by that is it has a beginner, a middle mode, and an advanced mode, an expert mode they call it. And you do that by flipping this switch. So right now it's in the beginner mode when it pulls that toward you. Notice it just has a little battery that you just velcros on the bottom. Very simple, but it's moving all around. Now what I mean by that is when I go this way, that way, it's turning both of the 3 channels, the 2 channels in the back. So you can see the aileron and you can see the tail flap moving all over the place because it's trying to self-level. There's a gyro inside. Okay, now let's test it to see. You power up and power down. Oh yeah, she's ready to fly. It has these nice wheels on it. I like that. But anyway, it's called the Mini Trainstar, and we're going to take it out and fly it. So let's see how she flies. This is the maiden voyage of the Volantex Mini Trainstar. So we're going to take off with the Mini Trainstar, and this again is her maiden voyage. Let's see if I can't get this thing up in the air. Look at, I got her up. I do have to pull on the elevator down to keep it from coming down. Look how good she flies. Wow. She's flying really good. She wiggles a little bit, but it stabilizes itself. See, I got to keep pulling down on the elevator. That's the only thing. And I got the battery all the way back. But boy, she flies really good. It takes that right and left turn really nice. Look at it, you have to pick it up, especially when you turn right and left. Oh, even though again, you got the battery all the way back, look at her fly. Bring it back over here. Flies really nice. Whoa, there we go. Now you don't have to turn it. You don't have to do much except turn it and let her go. And she keeps going around really nice. And this is of course in the beginner mode. You just got to keep it up. That's the only thing is she does want to drop. And that's maybe because I got the tires on. Coming toward me now. Off the front landing gear because it is a little nose heavy, and let's see if she flies. I've moved the battery all the way to the back. Let's see if she flies a little bit better. Okay, let's take off. Bring her around. There's a little wind now, but she is flying better. Definitely flying better. I'm barely hitting the up now, but the wind is starting to catch her, so she's flying pretty much now on her way she does. And the battery, there she does, she landed. So the battery just ran out. I actually had done a couple trials, but I want to tell you, I'm very impressed with this trainer. And if you want to learn from a trainer, it does have to fly in very still wind. I will say that. It has to basically little wind because you do need to get a couple batteries would be better. Once the battery starts to go out, she doesn't have a lot of power and she starts to head down. But she does fly very well, especially if you take the wheels off. So I think you're going to really love this. In my opinion, I think it's great. Thanks. Okay, so we're going to fly my go-to airplane. I call it the go-to. It doesn't fly fast. It's only 2, and then with the lights, it's 3 channels. And it's a very stable flyer. Okay. I like the 787, but it's much faster, and it does get carried, both of these, but this one's heavier. It gets carried more with the wind. Let's see if we can fly this. It isn't a lot of wind, but there's enough wind to make these little flyers go. So I moved out, we moved down the line because the wind is blowing that way. We moved a little bit back because the wind is blowing that way. And let's see what we can do with the C-17. I've flown this several times, and I really like it. Okay, so let's fly it. I'm going to lock in right now. Turn on the airplane, turn on the receiver. It's blinking faster I'm actually going to put the lights on. It hasn't locked yet. And then I'm going to turn it up and down. It hasn't locked yet. Come on, lock in. There it goes. Is it locked yet? The lights are on. I don't know nobody's home. Let's see if I can turn the receiver on and off again. Yeah. So that if it doesn't, you just turn the receiver on and off again. I'm sorry, the controller, and it'll blink. Then move it up and down, and she's ready to go. Now I will I'll leave the lights on. We're going to fly this. This is the first flight today, June 21st, 2020. Let's see how she flies. You ready? And there she goes, folks. I'm just keeping the There she goes. I'm bringing her around. See, she's trying to battle the wind. I'm bringing it down. This one only runs on power. So I'm just keeping the power up. Uh-oh. She came down hard because, again, the wind caught her tail. Okay, the wind's starting to pick up, so we're going to try flying the Boeing 787. Remember, these are light aircraft, so I can't fly in too heavy wind. One thing to show you is there is on the remote controller a drop and rise, so that will adjust the flaps to make it rise. And I think I'm going to actually make it go down a little bit. When you hit drop, it turns it down, the rudder down, so I mean the ailerons down. So that's what you want to do. Okay, so now it's ready to go. It's now even, and we're going to try flying the Boeing 787 RC plane. All right, so let's get it up, going. 5 speed. Wow, she flies pretty good. Here we go. You know, I don't even have any tail on it right now. She's flying really nice. Now, while you see that, I'll show you the lights. Well, it was a close one on that one, wasn't it? Very fast. Okay. So what you saw was the maiden voyage of the Boeing 787. What I want to tell you is it's a very fast plane, so you have to be careful about that. Okay, this is the WL Toys drone that I've had for a long time. And what I like about it is it has a really good little camera on it. It's like a 1080p camera on it. It also has sound, so you can actually hear what's going on. Where the other one, I have a Zino Drone that's a much more expensive drone. We're going to fly in a little bit, but that one doesn't have sound. The other thing I like about this one is it does flips real easy. So we're going to try to do some of those flips once we get up in the air. We did have a problem with this the last time. I'm going to try to, hopefully that problem is resolved. One of the gears was sticking, so that one I took it apart, lubed it. Let's hope that we got that resolved. But anyway, I can see, right now I can see what this thing is seeing. This screen is very dim. That's the only thing I don't like it, but it is an HD camera and I can see it kind of. I wish I had a better screen to monitor this. But if I look around, I can see what the camera's seeing, and I can see if it records. If I push this button here, I believe it's recording. Let's see. I think so. Yep, it's recording. So the left one, it records. It does all the right things. If I move the left channel over, it spins. This is it brings it off the ground if you go up and down. On the other one, it moves right and left. Okay, so that's it. Let's go ahead and get this thing off the ground. Okay, so we're going to take off with the Super Aviator, and it's now we've adjusted it. It's 100%. There's no lights on it, so it's going to save power. And we got the video, so I'm going to go ahead and power up the video recorder right now. So now we're in video. We're videotaping. Let's take off. It does want to drift right because of the wind. Now watch what happens. I'm going to flip it. Did it flip? Bringing it back to it. You want to see it flip again? There it goes. Hi, we're out here with the Hubsan Zino Drone. This drone here is my first more professional drone in the fact that it has a 4K camera on it. It's got a multiple axis gimbal here. It'll go all the way around. I'm really excited about it because I've never had one that's a little bit more expensive like this, but yet, and it takes these kind of pictures and the stability on it. So anyway, I did hook it all up. I did the, basically set up the GPS so it can track with the multiple satellites. Use your phone, you get the app, and then you download it, and then basically it walks you through that. On this drone, on this controller, just to tell you, to turn it on, you just push this button here, and you see the lights, and you can't see it from there, but the lights light up and lock in. I don't have, you put the drone on first, and I didn't do that. So I'm just going to turn this off. Okay, you'll see all lights lit when it's locked in with the drone. But anyway, on the left-hand side is the automatic land. It will come home on its own. It runs low on power, it just comes home on its own. On the right-hand side is the takeoff. So you push that, it will come up to a certain level and just stay there until you're ready to take command. It has a gimbal control right here, which will raise the lower the gimbal, so when it's up there you can look at yourself, and then you can do all the jubilation of doing the different tricks. It locks in, it does activation, unlocking on you, it does waypoint, it does follow me, of course, it does line, it shoots out and comes back. So it does a lot of things, and the video that you get is simply amazing. So I'm going to add some video in here, show you how that works. But basically this thing works the same as almost any drone. This takeoff, it powers it up, and then this turns it, spins it, and then of course this is forward, back, right, and left. Okay, so it's very simple. Oh, on top you have camera, so you can take pictures. On the right hand side you take video. Now you could do that inside here too, okay, in the app. But that's the basic things, and that's really what you need to steer it around. But I'm really impressed with this drone. And I was in the normal just now. There is a sport, so you can go a lot faster. All right, so let's get ready to take off with the Zino Drone. Oh, I know what. To do it, you got to pull the two handles outward and down. So this will activate it. See? That activates. Get back, come here. Tell the dog. Tell your dog. All right, here we go. We're going to take off. Come on, take off. Now it's just going to sit there until I do something, okay? So I'm going to go forward, and I'm going to go, and now I got to go right, and this brings it up. It's pretty stable, huh? This brings it right and left, and then this brings it forward, and then this one spins it. See? So I'm going to bring it over to the right, and what we're going to do is I'm giving them some little elevation, a little height, and I'm going to bring it forward to get it out there. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to try to record with this. We do that by touching the top button. It's a little unstable. I don't know why. It wants to back up. I'm not sure. But anyway, I think I'm recording, or else I did No, here's the video. Okay, so I'm taking video now. I believe. I'm going to try it again. Yeah, I'm recording. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to do a follow me. Okay, right now it's turned around, so I have to turn it toward myself. So this is the right channel here. So I'm going to turn it around. I mean, it's on the left. You turn it around so it's now it's facing us. And the good thing is you can turn this little dial, and I can see now which way. So basically, I'm lowering the gimbal angle toward me. So now I can see myself. I can now see myself. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to. I see myself. I'm going to go to it and see if it locks onto me. Okay. So I'm going to go to follow mode, and I'm going to go to what they call active track. So it's going to track me. So I'm going to draw a little signal around myself. I got to turn this around. Okay, now it should be tracking me. I got to go a little higher. All right, it's following me. It says go. So I touch it, it's going. I'm actually, now watch. I'm going to move it around, and it's going to follow me. Uh-oh, it lost me. Let me try again. Go back to active track. Look at Michael, come on over here. You want to follow me? Active track. All right, go. It's going to, wherever I walk, it's going to follow me. Hello. You still got me in the picture. Recording. Hello. Come here, I'll show you. Who wants to come over here and see this? Come on over here, Christina. Now, hello. It's seeing me, I can see it. It's following me. I gotta show it to you in the camera. I'll walk back towards you. She does a really nice job of tracking me. Now I can see you. See this? See a little box around me? So I'm going to go over this way, and it's tracking me. See it tracking me? Right now it's doing things. And it's recording, so it's tracking me. See that? Now I'm going to move over here. It still got me on this thing. Right? Is that cool? Here it comes. It's going to land itself.
Oh my god. Okay. Where? There's a dog. There's a dog. What the hell?
There's 3 dogs.
Oh.
The battery gets too low.
I can't. This is.
It's coming down.
Where?
Right here.
Oh, it's blinding me. Can't see.
That's beautiful. The way it came down by itself.
It'll shut itself off too. Was that great or what?
Yeah.
Now, just to see the accuracy, I'm going to get my landing pad out, and we're going to take off again. Okay, I'm going to bring it up, and then we're going to let it land, self-land, okay? Here's my landing pad. Hello, we're going to see how good it lands on its pad. Now this thing doesn't have a camera on the bottom. It all goes by the GPS, so it's going to... So this is my landing pad. You like it, ladies and gentlemen? Oh, okay, this wind's blowing. Look at this.
You want to put the snake
Huh?
down?
Oh, we got snakes. Sure, well, let's snakes. Whoa.
I got that idea.
I think I got enough battery. It tells you the percentage, and when it doesn't, it has too low, it will literally bring itself home. Okay? This time I'm going to point the camera at me. This time I had it back. The Hubsan Zino. That's what it's called. Alright, let's take off with it. Alright. Gotta point it to turn it. I gotta, Michael,
What?
I gotta turn these two things to the left and over all the way down. Okay, and start up. And we do an auto takeoff by the right button on the right.
Okay.
Gotta hold it down. And it'll just sit there waiting for your command. So I'm gonna go up with Alright, I'm going to do a panorama from there. I'm going to let it sit up that high, but do a little panorama. Record. And I'm going to do a panorama. Okay, doing a panorama right now. I can see it, we're way high. I'm going to give it a little bit of elevation, gimbal in, so I'm going to raise it so you can see the ocean. Power's low, but it will come home. So literally there's so much fog I can't even see the ocean. Look, it's doing panorama all the way around. Like that, Michael?
Yeah, it's great, Dad.
I can see everything. Recording. All right, you guys ready for it to come home?
Yep.
We'll wait till it gets all the way around, then we'll bring it home. Okay, it stopped, so it went all the way around. All right, here we go. We're gonna bring her down. Return to home, it said. Coming home, folks. Let's see how close it gets to the landing pad. Isn't that great? That's the button on the left.
Comes back when he takes off.
Good land, whoa, it's not on the pad. That's within like a foot.
Yeah,
Like,
that's very close.
okay, so to sum up the Zino drone, you can fly that in, this is very light wind, it's a wind, but you can fly that no problem. It takes that wind, absolutely no problem. And okay, so it talks to you. And that's from my phone. Okay, so I'm gonna stop the. All right, I turned it off. So I wanted to tell you, it lands itself if the battery runs low. It lands very nicely. If it doesn't, if you push that land gear, and you can see what I did is, and I can show you on the video, is I did a follow me, and I did it with it. The Activation, I think it's called Activate, where it basically picks you up and then wherever you go. I didn't get much of a chance to do the other ones. We'll do that later. But I want to tell you, I'm very impressed with the Zino drone. I think for a beginning professional drone, and it is a 4K drone, I think it's top notch. So I'm very excited. I'll be back with more later on, more of the views of what this thing can do.